Hello students. Today I will be discussing about phenylketonuria case, and in this case study I will show you how we are going to answer the questions. So the case can be in this form. A 20 days old child was brought to hospital with complaint of agitation, tremor, stunted growth, eczema in skin, hyperactive, etc. The examination of child revealed that the hair, skin are also light in color. So the child has a hypopigmentation. Further examination revealed the child has mental retardation with low IQ and also mousy odor present in the sweat of the child. Clinical findings showed increased amount of phenylalanine, phenylpyruvate, and phenylactate in urine. The laboratory test, phenylalanine was more than 20 milligram per deciliter. Normal was 1 milligram, while Guthrie test was positive. So from this case, you can see I have highlighted the points like this. From this, if you cannot understand, you can go for the next. Like here, there is hypopigmentation. Then there is another key clue is the mental retardation. Mousy odor. The main, if you see, it is the phenylalanine, which is high. So phenylalanine, phenylpyruvate, phenylactate, and it is giving a mousy odor. So from this, if you can see that phenylalanine is more, and Guthrie test, it is for phenylalanine to identify phenylalanine. So it is positive. That means this is a case of phenylketonuria. Okay, so you have to find out, you have to search the key point or the clue from the case that which where it is leading to you. So here, if you can see, it is phenylalanine, phenylactate, and mousy odor. From this only you can make out that it is phenylketonuria. So now let's see the questions of what type of questions can be asked. I'm just showing you many different types of question. Depends upon some. Usually they ask 6 questions in a case. So these are some of the questions which can be asked for phenylketonuria. What is the probable diagnosis, cause, types of disease, cofactor, what is the reason of mental retardation, why hypopigmentation is seen, why stunted growth, why there is mousy odor. Phenyl and tyrosine both are glucogenic and ketogenic. What are the important compounds synthesized from tyrosine? Tyrosine is an essential amino acid in this condition, or tyrosine has to be given as a supplement. What are the diagnostic tests? If sometimes here in this case we have shown the diagnostic test. If the tests are not shown, that can ask like what are the diagnostic tests you can do in this case. What is the treatment for this disease? So let's now see how the questions can be answered. So the first question is, what is your probable diagnosis and what is the cause? So the probable diagnosis, it is phenylketonuria. You can write it as PKU. So now let's see how this phenylketonuria occurs. So the metabolic process of phenylalanine. Phenylalanine is the aromatic amino acid. It forms the another aromatic amino acid, tyrosine. In presence of the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase, it requires a cofactor, the cofactor biopterin. In the it is in the active form. In the reduced state, that is, it is the tetrahydrobiopterin. Tetrahydrobiopterin and phenylalanine hydroxylase, it forms tyrosine. Now this it is then oxidized. This tetrahydrobiopterin is oxidized to dihydrobiopterin. This tetrahydrobiopterin has to regenerate, so that this process has to continue. So it requires another enzyme, dihydrobiopterin reductase, and it requires a coenzyme NADPH, and it forms biopterin. Okay, so this is the reaction of phenylalanine forming tyrosine. Now in PKU, what happens is, in the classic PKU, that is a type 1, this phenylalanine hydroxylase is defective. There is a deficient of phenylalanine hydroxylase, and so tyrosine is not formed. There can be other forms of PKU also. These are the minor variant form. That is the atypical PKU. This is the type 2 and type 3. Here the enzyme dihydrobiopterin reductase is defective. And there can be another one which is a type 4 and 5. Here the dihydrobiopterin synthesis is defective. So in this way, the causes can be any of these. The main commonly encountered is the classic PKU, the type 1. You can show it in this form, or you can also show it in this way also. You can write it down, but I always prefer having a diagrammatic view, which gives a more impression rather than reading the things. Okay, so whichever way you can write this answer. The same question can be asked in a different form. What are the different types of the disease? Here again, same, the first diagram which I have shown, you can show it, and either you write it or you can show it. Whichever way, the answer, you will get this full marks. There is a different types of the disease. Which cofactor that we already saw, biopterin is the cofactor, and the active or the reduced form of biopterin which is required is the tetrahydrobiopterin. The next question is, what is the reason of mental retardation, which is also called as intellectual disability? Accumulation of phenylalanine and its metabolites in early life impairs normal development of the brain, causing mental retardation. It can be caused by excess phenylalanine competing with the other amino acids for transport across the blood-brain barrier, resulting in the deficit of required metabolites. It also interferes with the synthesis of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. So this is the reason why mental retardation occurs. Okay. The next question is, why the child observe hypopigmentation? So now in this condition, that is a phenylketonuria patient, they have a lighter skin color, fair hair, and blue eyes due to the deficiency of pigment melanin. Mainly tyrosine synthesizes the melanin, but in this condition, that is a PKU, the phenylalanine is not converted to tyrosine, and so melanin is not synthesized. So after writing this, you can show it in this form. Phenylalanine, as it inhibits synthesis of tyrosine. So this steps, that is, tyrosine is the amino acid which synthesizes the other important compounds, and one of those is the pigment, that is the melanin. But when there is a deficiency of this enzyme, or this is blocked, so tyrosine will not be synthesized, and so tyrosine then forms dopa, and then finally it forms melanin. But as tyrosine is not synthesized, it will not synthesize melanin, the pigment, and that's why the skin, the hair, and the eye, it is fair in color and the eyes are blue in color because there is a deficiency of pigment melanin. So this is how you can show it. Question is, what is the cause of stunted growth in child? So again here the answer will be related to the accumulation of phenylalanine. So in PKU is inborn error of metabolism caused by the mutation of phenylalanine hydroxylase genes. So the high level of phenylalanine in the pregnant woman can cause her child have development delays, small head size, and other disorders. All this is related to the accumulation of phenylalanine. The next question is, what is the cause of mousy odor of the child? So as in PKU, phenylalanine cannot undergo its normal pathway, that is the formation of tyrosine, but it will be diverted for alternate pathway. So we can show it in this form, that phenylalanine, as it cannot form tyrosine, it will take the alternate way pathway, that is in transamination process, and forms phenyl pyruvate. As it is a keto acid, and that's the reason while phenylalanine, phenyl pyruvate, they get accumulated in the tissues and the blood, and that's why the name is phenylketonuria. This phenyl pyruvate then undergoes reduction to form phenyl lactate, and then by decarboxylation forms phenyl acetate. So the accumulation of phenyl pyruvate, phenyl acetate, phenyl lactate, all in the urine and sweat of the child, it gives a mousy or a musty odor, and that's the reason the child is showing a mousy odor. Mainly it is because of the phenyl acetate. Okay, so you can show it in this form for this answer. Now the next question is, phenylalanine and tyrosine both are glucogenic and ketogenic. So you can just show it in the diagrammatic form again, that phenylalanine and tyrosine. Here this will not be in the PKU. Okay, here this is just to answer that phenylalanine and tyrosine both are glucogenic and ketogenic. Okay, depending upon the case, like it is the PKU case, but all the questions pertaining to phenylalanine and tyrosine can be asked in the questions. Okay, so here if you see, phenylalanine and will form tyrosine in the normal process, and then by various reactions it will form the intermediate homogenesic acid. Then again by various reactions, finally it will form fumarate and acetoacetate. Fumarate enters the TCA cycle either for energy or for gluconeogenesis, and acetoacetate, it can form acetyl CoA or it can lead to the lipid synthesis. So from this you can say that phenylalanine and tyrosine are glucogenic and ketogenic. If you don't remember the intermediate also, you can just directly show phenylalanine, tyrosine, and then dash 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 dash, and then fumarate and acetoacetate. So you can just show that it forms either it goes to the glucogenic pathway or the ketogenic pathway. Okay. Next, the important biological compounds which are synthesized from tyrosine. So tyrosine can synthesize many important biological compounds. They are the thyroid hormones T3, T4. They can synthesize epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, and the pigment melanin. As in the previous question, I also showed that they can enter the glucogenic and ketogenic pathway. So they can also form the glucose and the fats. So these are the important biological compounds which can be synthesized from tyrosine. The question can also be asked as, tyrosine becomes an essential amino acid in this condition means the PKU. So in PKU, the question can also be framed as tyrosine has to be supplemented in PKU. So in this, you will first show that phenylalanine cannot form tyrosine. So tyrosine is not synthesized in the body. Now phenylalanine and tyrosine both are a aromatic amino acid. Phenylalanine is the essential amino acid, while tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid. But in this case, in the PKU condition, now because phenylalanine cannot synthesize tyrosine, here tyrosine will now become an essential amino acid, and so this tyrosine has to be supplemented in the diet. Okay, so now and why tyrosine has to be supplemented in the diet, that also you have to write, so that you will get your chances of getting more marks will increase. Okay, so you can also put the same table which I had shown in the previous answer, that as it is an important precursor for the synthesis of many important compounds like this. Okay, so this you can score more marks rather than just writing that phenylalanine to tyrosine. This is in tyrosine is not synthesized. Okay, you can just show why you have to supplement tyrosine in the diet, because it is a precursor for these things, these important compounds. The next question is, what are the diagnostic tests to identify PKU? Ferric chloride test in urine. This was a traditional method to identify the presence of phenylalanine. It gives a olive green color with ferric chloride. Phenylalanine level in blood is detected by screening by using Guthrie test. This is a bacterial assay for phenylalanine and is considered to be more reliable diagnostic test. Then phenylalanine can also be tested by immunoassays using fluorometric or photometric detection, or amino acid measurements using tandem mass spectrometry. So these are the different tests by which PKU can be identified. What is the treatment for this disease? Child is given a diet that is low in phenylalanine and supplemented with tyrosine, because tyrosine is a very important amino acid for the synthesis of other biologically important compounds. It will not cure PKU, but it will prevent the mental retardation. So the child, if PKU is early diagnosed, then the child can have a normal brain if it is the diet is given with a low phenylalanine. Okay, so that was about the case of phenylketonuria, and these are some of the questions related to PKU and the phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolism. Other questions can also be framed from the topic of phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolism. These are the most commonly asked questions. Okay, thank you so much. Do like and subscribe my channel.